slightly terrifying. When it moves a little bit, it's terrifying, but very cool. That's for sure. Look at this view, it's stunning. Oh, it's moving again. Yeah, I'm excited to get back down, but everything looks pretty good up here, rigging wise. Oh, it's moving again. Okay, I'm gonna go back. So we've been kind of working on stuff to get the boat ready for the summer, to get it sailable again. And one of the projects I've been working on is making a rack to hang the ropes off. So in the anchor locker here with this pole. So I've got my piece here, and then I've got two kind of arm things, and they're going to go attached there like so. So I just drilled the holes in the plank that it's going to be supported on. Now I'm just kind of putting it all together as a test.
1 down, 5 to go.
See how it all works, and then I'm going to varnish this, or actually I'm going to epoxy it for protection and to kind of give it a nice stain color. Hello, so I'm at Aiden's parents' place doing a bit of sale inventory, which is exciting because when we got here at the end of the summer, we just kind of took everything off the boat and said we'd look at it later. So later it is. Got this one here is our cutter sail, and the one on top is our main sail. So I'm about to pull out the head sail, and I did find our spinnaker as well. So once Aiden gets back, we're gonna pull that out, which is black, which is gonna look super cool. Sail is out. That's our head sail. Nice and big. This is the one that we know has the most damage, so it'll need the most fixing, like the seams and stuff. But so today's drama, dealing with the water tank. About a week ago we noticed there's a decreased amount of pressure in our water, which we're still using the foot pump for because our water pump is still broken, probably frozen from when we took the water out, but that has not been fixed yet. And then I was just doing some cleaning last night, and then I noticed there's quite a bit of water pooling back here where our tanks are. Our diesel tank is here, one water tank is here, and one water tank is up there. So, looking at that, it's like can't really see exactly where it's coming from, but there's like 2 holes on either side of the corner with like fiberglass coming up that I can stick my fingers in, which doesn't seem right. So basically we're trying to take the cover off our rear water tank here, which is proving to be quite difficult because a lot of the screws are probably as old as this boat and just broke off. Like the heads broke off, so the stick part, I'm sure there's a name, but the stick part of it is still holding it in. Tried to grind it out with the drill, didn't work, so Aiden just went to his parents' place to get his dad's Dremel, which should hopefully help. And I'm going to take all the hoses off. Since we're doing all this, we might as well replace the hoses. The one water hose from the deck that fills the tank, and then the one that takes it from the tank out to the sink. And then we'll reconvene later. That's about it. So it's a Monday afternoon. It just seems like a typical Monday job. Kind of shitty. Kind of more than you expected, but anyway. So it goes. So it's great that boats are compact and yada yada, but when you get into everything, you get into everything. So this is our intake hose. The water goes in here. The hose is back there. Goes there, and then through basically this wall down there. So it looks like I've got to empty our entire pantry. And a side note, just look how beautiful it is outside right now. You can tell that it's raining, and we've got this gorgeous sun, and it's just hitting all the boats so nicely. So we got the tank cover off and we drained it. And this is what it looks like on the inside. It doesn't go all the way over, so it won't come out because this is too tall, so they must have put this in after they put all the woodwork in. But anyway, this is the tank. It's mostly empty. It's quite a bit of sand. So, it does look like it needs clean, but can't see any leaks. This is where I said I had felt the hole, whatever that is, but there's one on that side too, so we were thinking it was just the hoses that had a hole in them or something, or a crack, but it's still I cleaned this earlier, this area, and it's still a bit, there's a bit more water here now, so don't really know. Anyway, it's off, so we're going to replace all the hoses and do the same for the tank in the back. But yeah, it's pretty big. Let's see if I can show you in there. So that is our water tank. That's where the water comes out, and then yeah, look, all just grimy. Who knows the last time this has been opened, so definitely time for a clean. But not now. I'm up here again, just because last time I was a bit too excited and nervous to really get a good inventory for what I was happy with, so I'm up here again, and I think I'm more nervous this time. I think there's just less adrenaline. So, and it feels a bit colder, my fingers are cold, which doesn't help. But anyway, it's a little windier, but it's really sunny. It's still a beautiful view. So now I'm just going to take a good look at everything, get videos, so we know if we need to fix anything. Good morning! So today's exciting. I get to go pick up our sails. It's a 3-hour drive each way, and there's a marine thrift store down there as well, so I'm very excited. It's going to be a fun day. So I think what I filmed last was emptying the rear water tank, so that's all empty. Today we're going to get the vacuum and finally get the last of the sand out, because there's quite a bit of sand in there, and then we can clean it. And then right now what I'm doing is just trying to get the last of these little screws out that snapped from the cover. Just 4 left. Only gotten 1 out so far, they're just a bit tight and awkward. And then we can clean this one too, hopefully today, and then go from there. We did put the pipe back in for the intake hose, I guess it would be called, just so we could put our kitchen back together a bit. That's not hooked up yet anyway either, or not hooked up yet again. Other than that, I haven't done much. It's just been another week of work, actual work, not boat work. Under here because I'm going to paint down here under the sink in the bilge, and I just found, so the heebie-jeebies of it, a little lizard gecko thing. Ugh, just I had my hand sort of back in here, so I wasn't expecting it to come out, and then I pulled it out and it was ugh, it's who knows how old, I guess from when the boat was in the Caribbean. But yeah, it looks really nice. It looks really clean in here. I'm ready to paint now. I've just been sanding and acetoning and vacuuming, so it's gonna look all nice and fresh soon. So check and check. White paint is done, 2 coats of bilge paint. Looks nice and fresh. And then yesterday while I was working, Aiden and his dad worked on the piping here, so this brass setup here is all new. The old setup was back here, so now it's underneath the floorboards, which gives us a bit more space, which is gonna be great. Again, so it's another day. I've still been working on this rope hanging project. So this is what I did have. for the two arms, and then the dowel will go in the middle, like so. This is softwood, and you can see I tried a couple different stains to try to get it to match the teak. Yada yada, it doesn't look good. So I just went and bought some teak. Should have done this from the beginning. There's a store here, kind of a more of a specialty one, so I got these. $34. So it's not cheap, but anyway, it'll look much better than this, and I don't have to stain it. So I save money on buying another stain because I was going to get another one. Anyway, so now I just have to cut these out and finish it, and it's going to look really good. So it'll look nice because it will actually be teak, so I'm excited. Good morning. So I'm getting very close to actually finishing this project that I've been working on what feels like forever. So I've got my two teak arms epoxied, so they look nice and shiny and they're all protected. And then got my the rod that it'll go in. So like this and like this. And I did also epoxy the wood bar that's here where the anchor sits. It's just not dry yet. I thought it would be dry because I did it yesterday, but apparently not. So I'm just going to keep the heater on maybe later today. It'll be dry. And then I can finally put it together. It's going to look really nice. And then the other thing that I'm going to do now, instead of doing this, is the water system is basically all back together. Aiden and his dad finished the last bit of it up over the weekend when I was working, so we just gotta go through and clean all the systems, but the last tank just need to connect the hoses to the actual cover of the tank, so I'm gonna do that now. Okay, hoses are back on, 1 and 2. Now we've got a closed system again. And here is the final product. Took much longer than I thought, but anyway, it looks really good, I think. Got some ropes hanging already, and we also want to make kind of a cover to go here so we can put fenders and stuff here as well when we're sailing. Just gonna chuck it back and not have to worry about all the hoses and the pipes and stuff for our toilet and whatnot. So that's next on the list. So our new fancy rigging finally showed up in the Aiden and his dad installed it the other day. So this piece here is new. We've got two and one on the other side as well, because it used to look more like this one. You can see there's still some cracks. We've got a couple on the way. They're just taking forever. So we've switched out the worst of the two. So that's good. No more cracks in the rigging, and I'll just go over show you the other one. They're a little overbuilt when the rigging is already overbuilt on this boat, but it's not a bad thing. And then this one, so you can tell this one is bigger than those two, but it's alright. I already had to, you can see maybe we had to get a welder or a machinist to kind of cut this out a bit because it was not the right piece. It was a little bit too thin. So they cut like here and down there a little bit too, so it fit. So that's what you get when you look for pieces for a boat that's 35 years old from Taiwan. Hello! Thanks for watching if you made it to the end of the video. I just wanted to get a little update. We do have sort of a couple of the big things done so that we can sails, rigging, engine. We still need to do a bit of work, well, we need to do work on the bowsprit, just give that kind of a once over, varnish it. We need a new anchor chain. Our anchors are still good, I think. We're looking at getting a new windlass, gypsy. Not a new windlass, we don't have, that's not in the budget at the moment. And then over the summer we were going to get a new hard top dodger and like a bigger one, and we want to build an arch. Aiden's gonna attempt to build an arch for our solar panels for the back, and our butterfly hatch needs to be looked at because it's leaking at the moment. And then my battery died. But that was the gist of what I wanted to say. So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned to see what we get up to. Bye.